Davis will be out there in just a second. He's going to make a little announcement here.
I am just like so elated and so excited to be kicking off this new space with you all. So thank you for being here. And thank you, Jeremy and Ryan. Woo, woo. Yes, wow. Wow. Yeah, Stone Cottage Studios is really just trying to develop community and represent music here in Boulder, Colorado. I want to give a shout out to Crescendo Fine Audio for powering our audio in this space, and thank you to Dish Gourmet for the beautiful food, and Boulder Wine Merchant for their wine. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, I feel like I want more words to say, but yeah, let's all give a warm welcome and round of applause to Jeremy and Ryan.
Thank you all very much. Yeah, cool. Thanks for being here, everybody. This is so fun. And anybody who might be watching this now online or later, thank you for watching as well.
I've no need for the pity, a word of hope you could not send. I can hear, I need no vision. I'll find a path with the wind. I'll get away again. I'll get away again. In the moment I was with you, made the bed and there I lay. I took a long time to be decided, but decisions were never made. I'll get away again. I'll get away again. Hey, I'll get away. It's not about how far, if I'll even stay. Yeah, but when I get there, yeah. You let me up here flying, gave me nowhere to land, led me around in circles, too dizzy to stand. I'll get away again. I'll get away again. Hey, I'll get away. It's not about how far or if I'll even stay. Yeah, but when I get there, yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're super stoked to be here and to have a live audience in the studio as we're kind of recording and filming some stuff is really fun. I've always wanted to try a project like this, actually, for like even a studio record, because there's something about an audience, the live audience, that brings that pressure. It kind of just sticks it up, but not in a bad way, in a good way, you know, like there's this element where, hey, there's no going back, even though when you're in the studio, you can, if I'm at my house in the studio, you can do that a million times and no one cares except for you. You get pretty tired. But, you know, doing this in front of people, you're kind of like, all right, we got to do this right. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't go right, it doesn't matter. You have to keep going.
That's why I'm taking the headphones off.
Yeah, we'll make a little adjustments along the way, and that's how it goes. And that's what I love about live music in general. But to be able to kind of capture it in a studio environment that's really controlled, but then have that edge that brings that passion up just a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? That just to have that interaction with you guys. So this is really cool. Thank you very much. All right, I'll do a song off of my latest record, I guess you'd say, the one that's out latest, and entitled River Wild. And this is a song that kind of came to me, and I wrote it with a buddy of mine, John Weisberger. Or no, I'm sorry, I wrote this with Benny Galloway, actually. Sometimes it runs together. But Benny actually, him and I got together and wrote a few songs that kind of came out on a record all together. And this is one that I thought was just so cool. It had this like modal bluegrass thing that hadn't been really done in a while that I just loved. Something that kind of was akin to the Stanley Brothers or that mountain sound that I hadn't heard in a while. Like bluegrass had sort of taken on more of a major vibe, and all the melodies coming out were either mashy or major, you know? And I wanted something that was like modally, something that kind of sounded like it came from the mountains. And so that's where this came from. It's called Oh Little Darling.
Oh, little darling, soon the rain be pouring down. Oh, little darling, lightning flashing all around. Leave those things behind you, you got to get to higher ground. Oh, little darling, soon the rain be pouring down. Darling, hear the thunder o'er the hill. Oh, little darling, the air is awful still. Soon the wind will get to blowing, blowing hard as hell. Oh, little darling, hear the thunder o'er the hill. Soon the rain be pouring down. Oh, little darling, lightning flashing all around. Yeah, leave those things behind you, you got to get to higher ground. Oh, little darling, soon the rain be pouring down. little faith is what we need. Oh, little darling, say a prayer for you and me. Who we gonna trust before we get down on our knees? Oh, little darling, a little faith is what we need. Oh, little darling, a little faith is what we need. Right on, thank you. Thank y'all very much. You know, I'm not partial to cover songs because I like to write my own tunes and songs and stuff. But sometimes a cover song just speaks to you, you know, and you're just like, man, that's an awesome song. Can't deny it. And as much as I try to deny it, sometimes I gotta do one. Let's cover it. Try to do it in tune here. There it is. All right, this is a cover song from one of my favorite bands, Dire Straits. Y'all know this one. Sing along at home if you know it, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here I am again in this mean old town. You're so far away from me. Where you are when the sun goes down. You're so far away from me. So far away from me. So far I just can't see you. So far away from me. You're so far away from me. Yeah, well, I get so tired when I have to explain. You're so far away from me. You've been in the sun and I've been in the rain. You're so far away from me. So far away from me. So far I just can't see you. Yeah, you're so far away from me. You're so far away from me. Yeah, well, I'm tired of being in love and being all alone. You're so far away from me. I'm tired of making out on the telephone. You're so far away from me. So far away from me. So far I just can't see you. You're so far away from me. You're so far away away from me. All right. Yeah, cool. Let's do Wishing Well. As a songwriter, sometimes you'll sit at the kitchen table and that's where you try to come up with some ideas. I don't know, it feels like an assignment or something. When you're at the table, it's official. But sometimes nothing happens. You can be there and nothing happens at all. Other times you get pretty good stuff. This next song I wrote in like 5 minutes. It just kind of came out. It was one of those things where I just wrote it out. And a lot of times I end up writing with other people because I love to co-write and sort of expand on the knowledge of a song that I might be starting or something. But this one was just one of those ones that it was just, you know, my song. I guess I was feeling it. And I don't even experience any of this stuff. I was just like singing it and thinking it. You know, it was one of those things. So, imaginary tune, I guess you could say. It's called Wishing Well. Some like the peace and some love a little hell. An angel and a devil on our shoulder, giving us the cell. I choose not to judge you for anything you ever did. I chose you 'cause I liked you, but I ended up loving you instead. Stepping off of your crazy carousel. I'm tired of throwing everything I've got down a wishing well. Some like to rock and some like to roll. It's different strokes for different folks, and what makes someone tick you may never know. I just had to judge you for anything you ever did. Oh. I chose you 'cause I liked you, but I ended up loving you instead. Stepping off of your crazy carousel. I'm tired of throwing everything I've got down a wishing well. Hey, I'm stepping off of your crazy carousel. I'm tired of throwing everything I've got down a wishing well. stepping off of your crazy carousel. I'm tired of throwing everything I've got down the wishing well. Yeah, I'm stepping off of your crazy carousel. I'm tired of throwing everything I've got down the wishing well. Down the wishing well. Down the wishing well. Down the wishing well.
All right, thank you very much. How about some brand new songs? I've got a new record that's all in the can. It's all done, and Ryan played on it, and a couple other people. I've got a full band basically on the whole thing, and a bunch of cool singers. It's probably going to come out sometime maybe in April, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a few of these new songs here off of that record. You know what? Let me tune this thing real quick, too. You have any stories, Ryan?
Oh man, I started playing banjo when I was 10 years old, and it's been a great 34 years. There are better things I could have done, but it took me all over the world, and no. I never talk in the mic. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun to do. Banjos are really hard to keep in tune. I'm just happy when he has to tune because that means I did something right. So.
When you're playing next to this guy, there's no such thing as in tune enough. Like, all right. Well, this next song that I wrote is one that it's a really powerful song to me. It's something that I wrote that I don't know. I don't like to tell too much sometimes about the songs that I write because I want people to sort of internalize what they get from the lyrics and make it their own in that way. And that's meaningful to me, like the most way you can kind of sort of put out a message. But this one was one that was like heavy to me in some ways, but I tried to also keep the lyrics as vague as possible, and ended up writing this song with a buddy of mine by the name of Daniel Walker. And we've written a bunch of songs together and just, you know, been good buddies. But this one was just one that we wrote a while ago in Nashville and didn't really have a home or a place until this record. I really felt strongly that this was the time to sort of bring it out. But this song can mean whatever you want it to mean to you. But it's called Son of Perdition.
Shifting shadows in the dark, demons dancing round the fire, halo heavy on my head, and a burning ember in my heart. Son of perdition, weak in condition, broken from the fall. No angel wings to spread for flight, he can't even crawl. Yeah, shifting shadows in the dark. Demons dancing round the fire. Halo heavy on my head, and a burning ember in my heart. Children of perdition, weak in condition, broken from the fall. No angel wings to spread for flying, they can't even crawl. Yeah, children of perdition, weak in condition, broken from the fall. No angel wings to spread for flying, they can't even crawl. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah. How about yeah? Don't ask would be a good one right now. Let's do that. Same key.
C.
Or C. Yeah. Yeah, this song, I don't know, it's one of them messages that just make me laugh every time I think about writing this song. You know, as a songwriter, you're trying to always think about something to write about. You catch somebody's phrase or something somebody says will stick out to you. Sometimes it's something that reoccurs in life over and over again, and you ignore it, but as a songwriter, you try to hone in on those things because that's what people identify with, I feel like, you know, some of those types of things. And I don't know, I used to go to church a long time ago. I'm a backslider now, but back in the day when I would go to church, we would shake hands and meet in the meeting house, and inevitably there would be somebody there sort of on the edge of health, I guess you could say. And you'd shake their hand and you'd do what everyone always does. Hey, how's it going? You know, so-and-so, are you doing all right today? And everybody normally says, oh yeah, I'm doing fine. How about you? Or we're doing fine. Everybody's fine, good. All right, you move on, roll on with your life. But sometimes people tell you exactly how they're doing, and they tell you everything about how they're doing. And there's something so funny to me about that. I don't know why, because it's you know, that's what should happen when you ask how you're doing. Like, you should be able to tell your neighbor how you're doing.
Most people don't expect you
But
to
most
tell
people
them.
don't expect you to do that. And then sometimes, you know, you have the people that really tell you in detail for a long time those things. And that's not maybe what you're looking for, but I just thought it'd be fun to write a song about it. And this one is called Don't Ask. So new, I can't even remember this song. First words. Oh yeah, no, I remember now. I spilled some coffee on my favorite shirt. my way into work today. It's filling up on my way back home. Flashing lights, I gotta pay, and I ain't got the dough. Yeah, don't ask me if you don't really wanna know. They lost my luggage back at B&A more than 7 days ago. It's clear to me that it's gone MIA, maybe Spain or Mexico. Looks like I'll need a new wardrobe. Yeah, don't ask me if you don't really wanna know. Well, you might ask me how I'm doing. I could say I'm doing fine, but I'm tired of pretending, so you'd better have some time. Last week I slipped off of the diving board. I must have hit the water wrong. And though I tried my best to tough it out, turns out I'm just not that strong. Now I'm healing kinda slow. Yeah, don't ask me if you don't really wanna know. You might ask me how I'm doing. I could say I'm doing fine, but I'm tired of pretending, so you better have some time. I tried to kiss my wife when I got home. She wouldn't say a word to me. With everything that I've had on my mind, I missed our anniversary. And now I'm feeling kinda low. Yeah, don't ask me if you don't really wanna know. Yeah, don't ask me if you don't really wanna know.
Sorry, Johnny.
All right. Let's do one more here, and then I'll pick up the fiddle. Let's do. Regular D. Cold water tree.
Let's see, how did I do this one?
All right, this song is. I'm a big Western fan, I guess you could say, and I love Western movies and just sort of that whole vibe. I grew up in the West, and so it kind of is always around if you're from the West. In Idaho is where I'm from, but it's just one of those things where sometimes you kind of get a vibe from the West, and that's kind of where this melody came from. I wanted to make it, like I said, I try to do modal melodies that kind of feel like they came from the mountains maybe a long time ago, but they're fresh. They still have that new kind of new smell to them, you know. And this one is one that I recorded before on a project called the RV Sessions. And it's one that I did traveling around in my RV. I took recording equipment with me and was doing all these song demos. And I don't know, I was putting a lot of work into it, and I thought maybe I should release that as a record. But I always wanted to re-release some of those songs as full band productions. And so I thought it was time to add this song to the collection, and Ryan helped me do this one on the record, and I think it really turned out really fun, but it's called The Cold Hard Truth.
It's the hand you hold, I've been told, not the way you play the cards. If you can't see when it's time to fold, then you won't get very far. Well, you never know what the dealer holds, but you know the price you'll pay. In the devil's game, you can lose your soul. Take a chance or walk away. Sometimes you win, most times you lose. That's the cold, hard truth. Well, you can't get by on a poor man's pay. Never by your ease. A drink might take the pain away, but it brings you to your knees. If a love is kind enough to stay till all your days are done, then you have some comfort on your way. But it's still an uphill run. Sometimes you win, most times you lose. That's the cold, hard truth. Sometimes you win, most times you lose. Sometimes you win, most times you lose. That's the cold, hard truth. Thank you. I'm all tangled up. Creek in the Sally.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I really wanted to bring Ryan out for this little duo show because fiddle and banjo go hand in hand in the bluegrass world. And I've always been a fan of playing with really great banjo players, and I've got the chance to play with a lot of great ones over the years in my career. But this one right here stands out among the very best for sure.
Thank you.
Ryan Cavanaugh, yeah.
Thank you.
Could use a little more fiddle in the headphones, Mr. Sound Man. Perfect. Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna start it a little. I'm gonna start it on the B section and just play the B section, and then we'll.
And then go.
That's old school bluegrass right there.
Clams and all.
Clams and all. You, darling Corey,
In D or B?
D.
D, okay, yep.
Yeah, I love old bluegrass stuff for sure. This song has, this next song's been around a long time. I've heard it done many different ways. But when you do it, you kind of have to bring your own style to it. And that's what I've tried to do on my version. But
It's called Darling Corey.
Well, the last time I saw darling Corey, she was standing by the banks of the sea with a 44 wrapped all around her and a venture on her knee. Go dig a hole in the meadow. Go dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Go dig a hole in the meadow. They're gonna lay darling Corey down. How can you sleep, darling Colby? How can you sleep so sound? Well, the revenue officers are coming. They're gonna tear your steel house down. Go dig a hole in the meadow. Go dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Go dig a hole in the meadow. They're gonna lay darling Corey down. Yeah, how can you sleep, darling Corey? How can you sleep so sound? Well, the revenues officers are coming. They're gonna tear your steel house down. Go dig a hole in the meadow. Go dig a hole in the cold, cold ground. Go dig a hole in the meadow. They're gonna lay darling Corey down. in the middle. They're gonna lay down and call me down. They're gonna lay down and call me down. They're gonna lay down and call me down. Thank you all. Yeah, right on. All right, we're gonna do one more and take a short break. All right. But thank you all so much for coming and letting us do this. This is a new thing, and thank you guys at the Stone Cottage Studios for such a beautiful opportunity and beautiful evening. I've been following the Stone Cottage Studio guys for a while on Instagram, and I've always been impressed with what they've been coming out with. I love the vibe and just the look and the artists they present, you know, and I just wanted to be a part of it. So thank you very much for letting me do that. All right, well, let's do an instrumental here. Potato Farmer. How about some Potato Farmer for you guys? This is off my River Wild record, and let's see what we do with two pieces on this. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you all very much. We'll be right back. We'll take a short break. We'll do another set.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was going to do a few songs by myself, and then we're going to have Ryan come up and do one kind of a solo number, feature what Ryan can do. But I thought I'd do one this is one that I wrote with a buddy of mine named John Pennell. And John used to play bass in Allison Krauss in Union Station way back in the day, and in the early days before, you know, Barry Bales and all that. And John's a great songwriter, and I was fortunate to live in Nashville for about 13 years, and I got to write with a lot of different people, and songwriting is a honored tradition, of course, in that town. Musicianship sure is, that's for sure, but songwriting is a sacred thing. And I don't know, John, he's been doing it a long time, and I just had a lot of fun writing this song with him. He had this idea. I kind of had the chords and melody. I always came to a session with an idea, but he had the lyric idea was about a buddy of his that was, you know, one of these folks that, you know, they're your friend, but they're so grouchy you're not sure. You know, that makes total sense, right? And so he felt like sometimes he had to explain to this friend that he was not the enemy. And I just thought that was a cool idea, and so we wrote this song called I'm Not the Enemy. It's so close. Come on. There we go. What can a heart really take when the one you love the most holds the key and leaves you rolling in the wake of the demons and they're in this misery? I'm not the enemy, I'm not the enemy. I'm not the one who put you down. I am the one who brings you back and puts you on your feet. So don't you dare yell at me. In spite of what you think, I'm not the enemy. Well, what's the point of living in the past while you're living out this world over you? And windows full of broken glass blur the colors of a love we're bound to lose. I'm not the enemy, well, I'm not the enemy. I'm not the one who put you down. I am the one who brings you back and puts you on your feet. So don't you dare yell at me. In spite of what you think, I'm not the enemy. I'm not the enemy, I'm not the enemy. I'm not the one who brings you down. I am the one who brings you back and puts you on your feet. So don't you dare yell at me. In spite of what you think, I'm not the enemy. I'm not the enemy. Thank you.
made my mind up in the morning. I'm gonna leave this place behind. They can't say they've had no warning. I've been showing all the signs. It's been a long, long time coming, but every dog will have his day. The lights are on, the engine's running. It's time to make my getaway. And get out on that highway road, hit the gas and let her go. Put the pedal down on the floor. I ain't staying here anymore. Some may take the road less traveled. It's not for everyone to do. Between the blacktop on the gravel, how you go, well, it's up to you. Yeah, I'm gonna get out on that highway road, hit the gas and let her go. And put the pedal down on the floor. I ain't staying here anymore. Whoa. Get out on that highway road, hit the gas and let her go. And put the pedal down on the floor. I ain't staying here anymore. It's time to get out on that highway and roll.
Thanks a lot. I'll do a fiddle singing number here. There's all kinds of stuff. I'm tangled up in here, but I'm loving it. It's pretty hard to play fiddle and sing at the same time, I'll say. And it's a different thing. It's just like a two-part brain thing or something. You just have to figure out how to separate it and keep that going. It's very similar, I feel like, what could be, I mean, I don't play piano, but if I did, I would imagine it's very similar in the sense that you have that left hand and the right hand kind of thing. It feels like that. But, you know, some of the greatest fiddle players, Bruce Molsky is one of those guys that plays and sings at the same time. He does like an old-timey feel, and Tim O'Brien is another guy that does that kind of vibe. And so I thought I would try to do something too. And this is a song that I wrote with a friend of mine, John Weisberger. I've written hundreds of songs with that guy. And we're real good friends and buddies, of course, you know, through doing all that. But I feel like, you know, some of the things that have spoken the most to me through my life are inspirational achievements like, I don't know, I was really impressed by those movies when I was a kid. Rocky, right? You follow that and you get amped up when you're watching those shows, you know? And I also remember, you know, in football and wrestling and different things in high school, we had these things called fight songs, where you have the song that sort of amps up everybody to cheer for you, you know, when you're ready to go. And so I kind of thought, well, what could I come up with today that would be sort of my fight song, you know? And I don't today. This was years ago now, But this was the song that we came up with, and it's called Lead or Follow.
It's time to go. Time to move on down the road. Chase, yeah, chase it down. Don't give up. Lord, don't turn around. Will you lead up? Will you follow? Be the storm or be the swallow? Find your way. Dream, go on and dream. Yeah, feel the fire and the exit lane. Chase, chase it down. Don't give up. Lord, don't turn around. Will you lead or will you follow? Be the storm or be the swallow? Will you find your way? Will you lead or will you follow? Be the storm or be the swallow? Will you find your way?
Thank you very much. I'd like to get Ryan up here and have him do a couple songs for y'all. Yeah. Where you at, buddy? Yeah. There you go. Yes, sir. Tell him a good story, too.
I'm gonna get my sound all set up here before I tell a story. Mr. Audio Engineers, I'm gonna turn up channel 2 here because I want to hear my effects a little bit more for this one. If it's cool with you, if it's great. Try this other one. All right. My story. Well, I started the banjo when I was 10 years old. And my dad played. He played the banjo. I found it in his closet. And he told me not to touch it. And he, nice wood. He didn't play it much, but I remember him playing it when I was a kid. And I guess I messed with it enough. He was like, all right, fine. All right, here's the banjo, here's the picks. Here's a book. This is Earl Scruggs, he's the best that's ever been. This is Doc Watson. And he showed me a few records, and my family eventually moved to the mountains of North Carolina in a town called Mount Airy, North Carolina, which was the hometown of Andy Griffith. Right, Mayberry. It was just like it, except in Mount Airy there was a little radio station called WPAQ AM radio, and WPAQ was a local bluegrass station, and it was a live radio station. There was a little building where they broadcasted out of it live on Saturdays. I think there's a program called The Merry-Go-Round. Well, my mother saw how the town was, nobody locked their doors and everybody knew everybody, and so she heard at work that there was a jam session at WPAQ every weekend, and she just dropped me off at the building and went grocery shopping for 3 hours or whatever she had to do, and I sat there and watched bands play through the glass in the live room, and I ended up getting, a man came out named Clyde Johnson, and he was 80 years old, and he was the announcer there. And this place was a relic from the 1930s, all original microphones, all original equipment, everything. And he said, son, he said, you've been sitting here for weeks now. What are you doing? I was like, I'm waiting to play. He's like, well, this isn't a jam session. This is a performance. And I said, oh, well, that's fine. And he says, well, why don't you come in here and pick a song with me? He goes, what's your name? And I was embarrassed. I thought the Southern accent sounded cool. And I said, my name's Ron. And he goes, Little Ronnie, nice to meet you. And he gets me up there on the radio, and he pulls out his guitar, and he asked me if I wanted to play a song, and I said I wanted to play Foggy Mountain Breakdown. He goes, we have little Ryan Cavanaugh here to play Foggy Mountain Breakdown for everybody. And then everywhere I went in that town, everybody was like, there's little Ronnie. So nobody there knows who I am to this day because they thought I was little Ronnie. And after that, my parents ended up moving to Philadelphia, where I couldn't find really anybody to play bluegrass with. I was pretty proficient by the time I left North Carolina. And when I was in high school, I was in Philadelphia, and my high school music teacher, music appreciation teacher, he played jazz. And he asked me if who I listened to, and I told him I listened to Bela Fleck. And he said, "That's jazzy, but it's not jazz." And he sent me home with a stack of records by Miles Davis. And I liked the fusion ones. I liked the ones that nobody liked, and where Miles went electric. And it got me exploring with effects and pedals and different tonalities than bluegrass music used. Improvisation, very heavy on improvisation. And I ended up being mentored by the great Mahavishnu John McLaughlin. And he basically handed me a career with Bill Evans, the saxophonist. So for 10 years, I played Europe and Asia with Bill Evans and his Soulgrass band. And so, you know, John has you know, critiqued my records and gives me advice whenever I need it from him, and it's very inspirational. I took Indian lessons with local people in North Carolina. Chris Johnson and John Heitzenreiter were two scholars in Indian cornical and sarod music, and so I'm going to play you an improvisation now based on everything I've talked about with these lovely effects I have on the floor here. I hope you enjoy it. All right. Whew. Sometimes it's kind of hard to freely improvise, you know? It's like, what am I gonna do?
Not for you, it's not. Hey, dude. That was killing. Goodness sakes.
What do we got now? Are we winging it?
Yeah, let's wing it. Let's do Colorado.
Okay.
This is a song that are some of you guys String Duster fans? Do y'all know who that is? Yeah, all right on. Hey, those are my boys. And yeah, right there. Well, let's do one of String Duster song at least. And I don't know, this song came to me with a buddy of mine. We were writing together, a guy named Josh Schilling, and Josh is a fantastic writer and singer from Nashville, Tennessee, and the three of us have actually played quite a bit together over the years. And I don't know, I love the way Josh writes because he's a piano player, and so he does things like add a pre-chorus and stuff like that bluegrass guys don't normally think about. You know, little turns and tricks that are just fun because you can do it on the piano, and bluegrass seems a little bit straighter. Anyways, hope you like this one. It's called Colorado. Well, Colorado
It sure is good to see your face again. I've been up and down this highway just looking for a friend. Oh, Colorado. No matter how long I'm gone, you look the same. Yeah, it's so damn good to know there's something time can't change. When I'm lost and I lose touch, you're the only thing I'm dreaming of. I wanna get my high, touch the sky, get lost in mountain time. Whoa, free like the wind blows, wild as the river flows. Whoa, Colorado. Yeah, Colorado, you're as close to heaven as I've ever been. I got a gypsy soul, but you're always there to take me back in. Yeah, Colorado. And if the girl I love, she left me all alone. Yeah, these days you're the only place that I'd call home. You can have those old gray city streets. I wanna loosen up my tie and breathe. I wanna get my high, touch the sky, get lost in mountain time. Whoa, free like the wind blows, wild as the river flows. Whoa, Colorado. Yeah, Colorado. Yeah, Colorado. Yes, sir.
Hold on a second, let me tune this. Nice. Fight this guitar a little bit. I'll tell you what, let's do this one up here. Field called The Fields of My Mind.
Okay.
Yeah, this song, I carried this song around with me for a long time. It's been around my life, I guess, most of my life. And I grew up in Idaho, like I said before, and one of the things we used to do is go out and cut our own firewood. I know a lot of people still do that. I still do that where I live here in Colorado. And It's kind of a pilgrimage. It's a big deal, you know, to get enough wood to burn through the whole winter. And where I live, I burn it 24 hours a day because I'm cold all the time. So I don't know, I like that heat. But when I was little, my dad and I used to go out to this place in the Frank Church Wilderness, and we'd get a permit to go out there to this guy's place that was on the edge of the wilderness and cut firewood. And this guy we knew out there, his name was Joseph Smith, and a direct descendant of the Joseph Smith, I guess. And but he just lived out there by himself as a hermit out in the woods, and he, you know, just lived off the grid. There was no power at this cabin. It was very, you know, rustic, I guess you could say. And I've heard people say that there wasn't any wolves at the time in the Frank Church Wilderness, but I'm here to tell you for sure, 100% there was. Because when I was there with my dad, we would be out on the porch just kind of hanging after cutting firewood all day, and we'd hear the wolves howl at night. And it was just quite something. If you've never heard that before, it's something that brings you, it's primal for sure, and it connects you to nature in a way that nothing else really does. That sound is just eerie, but it's also just, you know, nature at its finest. And we'd enjoy those times and just kind of sitting around hearing stories, and I was pretty young, but I always heard this song. And Joseph Smith played this song a bunch, and then my dad learned it and passed it down to me, and so I learned it. And it's just one of those things that's been passed down, I guess, and you just kind of latch on to those songs sometimes in a family, and this one's called The Fields of My Mind. That's better.
I have it in F,
You had it in F?
but we can do this.
Yes, no.
I mean, I'm just winging this whole show anyway, so.
What do you think about Ryan, man? Isn't he sick? This is really fun, man. I appreciate you, dude.
Thank you for asking me to do it.
Oh, yeah, hey, let's turn the guitar on. Mute the fiddle. I'm so good at that, not doing that. All right.
The mountains and the valleys are covered in snow. There's a cold wind blowing wherever I go. Yeah, but I do not feel these things anymore. My broken heart left me as cold as the snow. The day that you left me, you went away. You had to go while I had to stay. And my heart, it was broken in such a bad way. Well, I didn't think that I could live through that long day. Well, I'm dying, my heart is on fire. Come back to me, darling, wherever you are. Yeah, the taste of your sweet lips in October time is the breeze that keeps blowing through the fields of my mind. Yeah, well, I'm dying, my heart is on fire. Come back to me, darling, wherever you are. Yeah, the taste of your sweet lips in October time is the breeze that keeps blowing through the fields of my mind. Is the breeze that keeps blowing through the fields of my mind. Is the breeze that keeps blowing through the fields of my Good job, man. Right on. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, dude, let's play Clinch Mountain Backstep.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Hey, it's great.
It'll take me a minute.
Do your thing.
The dry air and the altitude here just really mess with the musical instrument.
And he's from Phoenix.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
It's bad enough there, it's way worse here.
Well, this next tune is this is a banjo song, but you know, he talked a little bit about Earl Scruggs and everything, but I think a guy who never gets enough credit on banjo, and so I think because he's totally a stylized player and more known for his singing, in my opinion, and really awesome singing, is Ralph Stanley. I mean, he's one of the coolest banjo players around, and he wrote this song as well, as far as I know.
I think so.
That's what I know. Some of these songs can come from an old world, but
Some of these songs just come from the woods.
yeah, totally. But he's credited, I believe, for writing this song, and that's where I heard it from, anyways. And he slayed it, and we'll do one version for you called the Clinch Mountain Backstep.
Where do you want it? Like 1, 2, 3. think we've ever played that before.
I don't think we ever have either. Yeah, that's the cool thing about bluegrass knowledge is if I have it, he has it more.
I don't
and,
know. I don't know about
and vice versa. It's pretty fun. Like if you have bluegrass in common, there's a lot of tunes that we know in common, and that one we never tried that before until just then.
It's always best fresh like that too. It's
Yeah.
like it's never quite like the first time you play it with somebody.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes. Kind of like you guys are keeping us on our toes. All right, let's see. I'll tell you what I want to do. Actually, had a request for this one. Let's see.
What key?
This is that one called "Don't Mean Nothing." It's got that heavy metal lick in it.
What key's in it?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
I can handle it. You just play along.
All right.
This song, I don't know, growing up in church like I did, like I said, I don't always go to church anymore, but I still learned a lot from those days. And when I write songs, I tend to draw on some of those things that I learned, and lyrics come to me in the form of some of those ideas. And I guess that's where this next song kind of came from, was from a place of that kind of depth, as far as like trying to understand within myself what I needed in life and what mattered and what didn't matter and those kind of things. And I don't know, it's kind of a simple song, I guess you could say, but to me it has that almost church vibe to it, but I wasn't trying to be churchy at all. And but the Dusters cut this song as well. We call it heavy metal because I wrote this little lick for it that I guess made it sound like Metallica or something.
Do it. Heavy.
And I don't know, I just liked it myself, and I thought it was cool. I was like, when, you know, we the String Dusters, we do this thing where we get together and do pre-production for our record. In fact, we're getting ready to record a record here coming up. This next week, we're going to do a big session on it. But we'll do this show and tell where we'll show each other all the songs that we've been gathering through the year. And I just remember this one, you know, was one of those where I made up this little lick to try to impress, you know. And the title didn't stick, so they called it heavy metal instead, just for that. 3, 4. Let the winter's cold winds blow, let the summer sun beat down. Life moves fast, love goes slow, while the world keeps spinning round. All the things I wish I'd done that never came to be, but they ain't gonna matter after I'm gone, so they don't mean nothing to me. Well, some men live to hear the sound of a dollar being made, but mansions crumble to the ground and treasures they fade away. I don't worry on things although a poor man I may be. They ain't gonna matter after I'm gone, so they don't mean nothing to me. Well, as you run life's rocket race, good times they come and they go. And even in the darkest place, my spirit's never low. Trouble there as many as the leaves upon a tree. They ain't gonna matter after I'm gone, so they don't mean nothing to me. That's a short one. Yes, dude. All over it, man. That's how I meant for that to go, yeah.
All right, good. I didn't know where it was gonna go.
Hey, well, let's do, that Merle Haggard song.
Oh, yeah.
Stay here and drink.
In D? In D, okay.
All right, I'll tell this quick story. It kicks on the 5.
Okay.
I'll tell this story. I don't know if my dad's listening or not, but he might be. He told me this story about. He's a songwriter and a bluegrass musician as well. That's where I learned a lot from growing up. And he taught me a lot about singing and songwriting. And he told me the story about writing these songs and putting them on a cassette tape. And Merle Haggard came to town in Boise, Idaho. And my dad got this brilliant idea. Well, I'll make this cassette tape of my songs that I wrote and see if I can't get it to him. Because if he gets it to him, I know he's going to like them. And he would have if he would have got them. And but he stood out after the show, the Merle Haggard show, that it was just raining, I guess, cats and dogs, pouring rain. And he was wearing this poncho, and he was standing in the rain in the poncho, and he was standing by the bus door hoping to hand this cassette tape to Merle Haggard. And he hadn't seen Merle Haggard, I don't think. People had passed by or whatever. And finally, the last guy, I guess the tour manager, was, getting on board. And they all kind of looked at him as they went by, and he was just standing there, I guess. And it was raining, and he was just waiting to see Merle Haggard. And I think maybe he even, inquired about it or something. This is what, a lot of people would do, right? Where's Merle Haggard? And so it ended up being where he was just standing there, and they closed the bus door, and they started it up, and they took off and left. And he was standing there in the rain, just holding this cassette tape. And he was just like, what's going on here? I think it was like a kind of humorous, but also sort of a very defining moment as far as what he was gonna do. Well, he didn't let that stop him. He kept going, and I don't know. I just told that story because I think a lot of songwriters can come up against that. You work on your craft a lot, and you feel confident in it, and you want to show it to somebody, but that doesn't always happen. You have to work really hard to make those inroads. And I was lucky myself to live in Nashville for about 13 years and write with a lot of great writers and kind of learned a lot about that craft. And I don't consider myself an expert at all, but Merle Haggard, I do consider an expert. And we'll do a Merle Haggard song right now. And this one is one of his more fun songs, if you ask me. Let me get tuned up real quick. This one's called I Think I'll Just Stay Here and Drink. I could be holding you tonight. I could quit doing wrong and start doing right. You don't care about what I think. I think I'll just stay here and drink. Hurting you now, don't spare no deal. You don't know about the way that I feel. Have all the money in the bank. I think I just stay here and drink.
I think I'll just stay here and drink. Looking you now don't mean a thing. Since loving you, I don't feel no pain. Mine ain't nothing but a total blame. Lord, I think I'll just stay here and drink. I think I'll just stay here and drink. Lord, I think I'll just stay here and drink. Lord, I think I'll just stay here and drink. Ooh, yeah. Unplug, bro. Thank y'all. All right.
Got one more.
All right, let's do one more here. Let's do a gospel song. This one I heard Bill Monroe do many years ago, but I think it's way older than that. And I don't know, I just kind of always loved this tune. It has a wicked little second part, and I straightened it out a little bit and made it more of a funk tune. And in G.
All right. Want to go out of that into Big Mon? Or
Oh, yeah.
Wheelhouse?
Yes, let's do that. Yeah, we'll merge two little songs together.
Yeah, we'll actually play the full-length teaser that we posted the video of today.
Yeah, right.
It's our best song.
would do. I would keep on preaching. I work on the building too. I work on the building. I work on the building. If I was a drinker, I'd tell you what I would do. I would keep on drinking, just being honest with you. But I work on the building. I work on the building. If I was a singer, I'd tell you what I would do. I would keep on singing. I'd work on the building too. I'd work on the building. I'd work on the building. If I was a gambler, I'd tell you what I would do. I would quit my gambling. I'd work on the building too. I'd work on the building. I'd work on the building. Oh, Ryan, play it for him, son. Yeah. Thank y'all so much. Much love. Thank you for coming tonight, y'all. And thanks for the Stone Cottage Studios as well. Peace out.